new ways to create certain sounds. They always filter through every single genre, and I think music is music at the end of the day, and people have their own tastes and things that they will gravitate towards. But I think it's such an art, it's such a way for people to express themselves that I love hearing new stuff, and I love hearing new sounds. And don't get me wrong, I'll still listen to other genres and try and take bits of that into the studio when I'm working on something and try and emulate a certain sound or a certain production technique, or just constantly. You're always learning, right? So I think it's fun to listen to other genres and see how they mix and pull other parts of the music influences around the world into their productions.
Did you have any influences growing up, like any like DJs that was in that genre, or did you just loved it?
Yeah, for sure. I had a lot, and they're still kind of around. I mean, I've had The Prodigy. When I was growing up, they were definitely one of them, and now through my youth, like someone like Steve Angelo has kind of been very influential in my musical journey. And then now you have guys like Sonny James, Ryan Marciano. Currently, one of my favorite artists is a guy called Dave Fennell. So it's again things like this are constantly evolving. And, I could spend 20 minutes talking to you about artists that I've been influenced by and would love to emulate at some point. So, yeah.
So what's like your goal? Music wise, like where do you see yourself in music?
The music stuff again is something for me that I enjoy doing. It's right now it's a hobby. It's It's a secondary passion. It's a way for me to find an outlet for my creativity. I'm still very dialed into my sport and looking to continue competing and teaching for a while. I actually just in October I ruptured my Achilles, so I'm kind of out. I've been out for this season, so. I had a little more time in the studio, and kind of it's been nice to have the music aspect of things to kind of shift my free time and my energy somewhere else. Otherwise I wouldn't know what I do with myself after a little while, So I feel like I'm lucky to have that, and I enjoy it. And I think that's why it's fun. I think a lot of people in the music industry and who produce and things like that, it's just if there's no pressure for me to make the music. It's not my job, and I go into the studio and just have a blast and love what I make, and sometimes don't love what I make, and it's okay. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. So tomorrow something blows up and does great, that'll be awesome, but it's not my goal behind why I sit and make music.
Okay, yeah, because like they say, once you love your hobby and your hobby kind of take over, you never know what could happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. I'm lucky to love my main job and my main profession, and I'm lucky to love my hobby. So it's a good place to be.
So going back to being a squash player, and I see that you have sponsorships or companies that you work with right now.
Yeah.
Before we was talking about like the companies called Whoop.
Correct.
And then like NT Recovery, Stamina Pro Patch, and what's it called? Nuclear Performance. Companies like that, like, how does it feel like working with them? Because they're like they're new, like pretty much, and their main job is to make sure that these, athletes like yourself, have a great recovery or have like some type of update data on how your body is and like what type of endurance you have. So how is that working with them?
I'm very lucky and fortunate to have some of these guys in my corner. I've had a company called Harrow Sports that manufactures the rackets and most of the apparel that I wear. since I graduated when I was 21 years old. So I've been with them for over 10 years, right? So they've been great. And then Whoop is one of my newest favorite products, whether I'm endorsed by them or not. But I think it's such a unique product. It's made by it was founded by a squash player from Harvard who was also a very close friend of mine. Like I was telling you offline, it obviously tracks your activity, but the biggest thing for me is it gives you a foam score on your recovery and how to prepare. It helps you prepare for a big event and work towards getting a high recovery, so that day when you have a big match, you're absolutely prepared and fully recovered and ready to go and have all your cylinders firing. So that's something that you did not have 5 years ago.
Even 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's very unique. If anybody on here is into fitness and looking to maximize their performance, I highly recommend Whoop. It's just a tremendous, powerful product, and as soon as you get your hands on it, you won't look back. And there's a code in my Instagram,
you gotta promote,
profile
man.
if you want to get a little discount. So definitely jump on it and check it out. I've also started working with a company called Newcom Performance, which is the first proven way to reduce your stress levels. So if you check them out, their website has a lot more information. It's very technical and it's very scientific, and I'll never do justice to the explanation of it, so I would highly recommend you guys just taking a look at it and checking out their website. But basically it's a device that kind of helps slow down the production of adrenaline to relax you and relax your body. So that way, at the end of the session with the device, you wake up feeling refreshed, recovered, and your stress levels are highly reduced. The Chicago Blackhawks are big proponents of Newcom. They I think they even went down and said that the 13 and 15 Stanley Cups were won thanks to Newcom. They had a big influence on their players' performance. So I think they're another tremendous product that I'm lucky to be associated with. Stamina Pro Patch and Normatec Recovery, and other two companies that basically help with the recovery process in a different way. Normatec is a compression system that basically helps your legs feel fresher faster, so they basically help pump out the lactic acid and release fresh blood into your muscles and legs and arms, wherever you have the sleeves on. And then Stamina Pro Patch is a really neat company where they basically have a patch that uses natural ingredients to kind of pull pain and inflammation away from the area.
Oh wow!
And help in reducing inflammation and pain at the site. So super cool, very very innovative companies that I'm lucky to be involved with. I think more information can be found on them through my Instagram handle, and directing yourself to their pages. And also, if interested, there's some discounts available for you.
So I'll be looking in because I'm trying to go in the gym. And, but also, truthfully, because I'm going to school right now for my doctorate. For business administration and sports administration. Right. And I've been looking at trying to learn more about tech as far as the sports industry, because it's good to have these companies that's more focused on the athletes and their bodies and their health, because you gotta remember, in any sport, 10, 20, 30 years ago, if they had the technology that we have now, I feel like a lot of athletes would have lasted a little bit longer. You look at, football-wise, you look at Tom Brady, you look at LeBron James, basketball-wise, you look at all these athletes that's playing until like their late 30s and 40s and stuff. Back in them days, you had athletes that retired, in their late 20s or early 30s and stuff, and you see the evolution.
For sure, I think a lot has changed. I think training methods have changed, and I think recovery methods have definitely changed. I think back in the day, training harder was always considered as training better and training well, and I think now the attitude has changed to training smarter and recovery. So which is why you can see some of these elite athletes just prolonging their careers and avoiding injuries and things like that, right?
Because any sport it brings a lot of how you call it? It brings a lot of wounds to the body, no matter sport you play. As you get older, But that's what's up. So like, what are your like top 5 moments? As a squash player.
Well, winning the 4 national titles with my college team was definitely up there. I met some of my best friends there, and the experience was second to none. The coach there was Paul Asciante, is considered one of the most winningest coaches of all time in college sport, and working with him and learning from him was absolutely tremendous. So that will definitely be up there. I've won a couple of doubles events, winning the event at the Racquet and Tennis Club, which is the Kellner Cup, which is one of the bigger events. This is also where I teach. Has been in 2017 was one of my biggest highlights. I won the biggest doubles tournament in 2011, which is definitely one of my biggest highlights. It was the Briggs Cup out at the Aquamas Club in Rye, New York. And then playing the World Junior Championships in 2006 was definitely one of my highlights. So just lots sprinkled in there, and being asked now, those are the ones that would stand out. But it's been a good run and a good experience so far.
That's what's up. And where you see yourself 5 to 10 years from now?
Tough question, man. I'd love to be continuing playing and continuing to doing well. If not playing, continuing to teaching and helping and evolving the game from where it is now to another point. Hoping to continue to still be making music, making friends in that industry, and just basically kind of extending my roots into both fields, like I have been doing recently. I think I'm in a place now in my life where I'm happy. I'm playing a sport that I love. I'm giving back to the sport by teaching. I do a lot of stuff in the music industry in my free time. Making music is another thing that makes me happy. So hopefully all that stuff keeps continuing. And I just spread my hands into the different pockets even more,
Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. Because like I said, like you being the first squash player on the show, and like even seeing people doing it, like for recreational purposes and just fitness purposes, I gotta salute, because it looked hard to me. I don't know why some people say that's not hard. Like I'm like, all right, go in there with a racket. You hit the ball and the ball comes straight at you and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, man. I mean, look, I think when you watch athletes play a sport, they if they're good, they make it look easy. So, I mean, when you watch LeBron shoot free throws, he doesn't miss even one. That makes it look easy, but obviously it's a lot harder than it looks. So. Whoever said that to you, take him out there and give him a little run around, you know?
Nah, yeah, I will. You know, hopefully one of these days, you know, when you healthy.